Hello Gemini, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot Messenger with your relationship reading for April 27th. Okay, so Gemini, what I'm picking up for you is that it looks like you were dating two different people, and it was fine. Everybody was happy. Nobody was committing to anybody. You guys were having a good time, and it was feeling great. But then something happened, right? And now neither one of them are communicating with you. And I don't feel like this is a case where they found out about each other or anything like that. I just kind of feel like they're having their own issues, or maybe they're having second thoughts about dating you. But yeah, I feel like you don't know, you're not clear on this issue because you haven't talked to them, and it just seems very strange because all of a sudden neither one of them is responding to you. And you don't know what's going on, right? You can't see what they're thinking or what they're feeling. But I feel like you were very happy about this situation, right? It gave you happiness. It was enthusiastic. You enjoyed the variety of dating two people or even more people than that. And I feel like, you were jumping for joy, right? Because it felt like you had the world on a string. And so it felt really good, right, Gemini? It felt like things were the way they were supposed to be. And I also feel like, you put a lot of work into this. And you were coming through for both of them. You were helping them, you were supportive, you were loving. But still, I feel like there was no commitment. There wasn't any promises made or anything like that. I just feel like you were happy. And now you're waiting. I feel like you're waiting for one or both of them to contact you. And you don't understand why you've been ghosted or why they're ignoring you. It's like it's a real mystery. Okay? But yeah, I mean, you were careful about it. You were very secretive. And you were very careful about keeping those energies separated so that they would not know about each other and so that you wouldn't hurt anybody. And I feel like you put some plans in place with that Two of Wands energy. I feel like you were looking forward to a lot with these two people. Individually, right? You were like, perhaps you were planning a trip, or you were planning something with both of them. But yeah, they didn't know about each other, right? You kept those energies separated. And yeah, but now you're like, well, what the heck's going on? Why did they both stop communicating with me all of a sudden. Right? Because we were having so much fun. We were reminiscing. We were talking about our childhood. We were making plans. But then it just stopped. It just kind of fell apart. And I feel like there are still more opportunities for you, Gemini. More opportunities coming in for you. And your work has paid off. And I feel like you took a lot of care in making sure that everybody was going to be happy. But it's such a mystery for you. Because it feels like on the one hand, things were flowing so nice. Like there was all these opportunities coming in. And then it just stopped like the hammer came down on all that fun. And now it's silence. Right? Now it's just like radio silent. Nobody's talking, nobody's communicating with you. And you're like, what's going on? I'm putting out the energy, right? I'm outgoing, I'm active. Why is no one communicating with me? Or you might have some communication, but it's not the communication that you want. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Gemini, what happened with this? What happened with this happy situation that you had going on? And why did people just go silent on you all of a sudden? And I also get the feeling, Gemini, that they were happy too. They were happy with you. They were enjoying their time with you. Okay, so we had the Four of Cups. And I'm feeling here, Gemini, that I kind of feel like your energy while you were with these people, you were still kind of distant. Even though you were together and you were having fun and things were going great, it still feels like your energy was reserved. Almost like you knew that you could not commit. So it's like you were flying above the clouds, right? And perhaps you were dating an earth sign. And the earth signs, they move in their own time. And yeah, I kind of feel like you kept your energy separate. And so I almost feel like it made the other party or the other parties feel like you were not fully invested. Right? And maybe also it made them feel like they were caged Or maybe it made you feel like you were in a cage. Like you knew that you couldn't commit, or you know that you can't commit on that level because it makes you feel too restrained. And so that's what it is that causes you to keep your energy distant. Okay? And I don't feel like you're trying to be negative about it or mean about it. I just feel like that's how you roll. That's just how your energy is. Okay? You cannot feel like you're stuck in a situation, right? That's unnatural for you. All right, so let's keep going. And I still sense your energy here, Gemini, but I want to know what it was, or maybe they picked up on that energy, Gemini, and they just felt like, I feel like he's not invested in this relationship, or she's not fully invested, and that doesn't work for me. And maybe that's what it is that came along. So the Magician can also be viewed as a trickster. Right? I mean, it's all about you having everything that you need to create whatever it is that you want to create. But in some cases, the Magician shows up as somebody who can pull a fast one, right? Or maybe somebody who's not telling the whole truth. So yeah, with the Seven of Wands here, I kind of feel like the other parties felt like you weren't being completely honest. And so they moved on. Or they're still interested in you, but maybe on a different level. Okay. Wow. All right. So, yeah, and I also feel like Gemini, they have to, or maybe they feel like they got to protect themselves. Because they can't see the whole truth, or they feel like you're holding back. They feel like you're holding your energy back. So now they're pulling back and they're saying, you know what, I think I'm going to take my time here. Or, I'm going to let things lay where they are until I feel like it's okay to come back. Or I feel like they want to make a change. They want to make a change in the relationship. They want to change it up. And so they don't feel vulnerable, too vulnerable, right? Yeah, so Gemini, again, I feel like the other parties feel like there's a deficiency as far as where your heart is. They say heart is where the home is, right? Home is where the heart is, excuse me. I have Lixdexia. So, yeah, it kind of feels like there's something missing when it comes to fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. There's a lack there. Okay. Wow. So, all right, so let's see what the Twin Flame Tarot has to say about all this. Will you be hearing from them again? And if you do, will it be a game changer? Will it be completely different than what you had going? Or do you want to hear from them again? I know that you're wondering about it, but... And, you know, Gemini, I feel like you have the world by the fingertips, right? You just... Your energy is wispy. It feels like you have a lot of freedom. Right? And you're very happy about that. Okay, so what else is going on? Yeah, so we have the Five of Cups here. So another 5 energy. So like I said, Gemini, you may be dating an earth sign and they are feeling emotionally unfulfilled. Because your energy is reserved. And, you know, they, like, I feel like they want, excuse me, they want to have something going with you. They want to go deeper with you. But they're experiencing your energy as secretive. And so now they have both pulled back. Or perhaps you're dating a water sign and an earth sign, but they both have pulled back their energy. Because they feel like they have to protect themselves. Or they need to take a second look at what's going on. And they also feel like they can't see things clearly. Okay. All right, Gemini. I hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. All right, you guys take care. See you next time.